Okay then, so what we're looking at today is trying to address the question, how does the use of Nearpod increase student engagement? So we're going to create a Nearpod lesson today, which is basically very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint, but a little bit more interactive, a little bit more fun. And the reason why we want to sort of bring it to another level as far as PowerPoint goes is because, according to Prinsky in 2001, today's students, referred to as the digital natives, are saturated with technology. I see babies in prams playing on their mum's iPhone before they can learn to talk. The constant exposure and interaction with digital technology through the use of computers, video games, mobile phones, and digital music players, to name a few, has changed the way our generation of students think and process information in the brain. This is very true. So let's have a quick look at how we can create a Nearpod lesson. So we click on Create, we open it up, and we can see a couple of different presentations here. So let's add a new one, add slide, and just quickly having a look at the three different categories that we can go into. So we have add content, we have add web content, and we have add activity. So if we look at the more basic level of Nearpod, we can create a slide that would be almost identical to the one that you would have in PowerPoint, or we can create a slide that would be solely just a video. So when you click onto the link, to there you can see through all these little buttons there. Through here you can either download the video directly from your own files, through Dropbox, or through YouTube or Google Drive. Or, very similar as we have here, you can do the audio, which is exactly the same, or we can create a slideshow which will have various different images, which again you can go straight from Google Images, your own files, Dropbox, Google Drive, etc. It will put all the images up onto the one slide, and you can click through without changing slides. So you know the students have gone through each slide or each picture, and it will tell you on the teacher's computer that student X has completed slide on, or the slideshow on slide 3. And then if we go to add web content, nice and simple, all you do is you put in the URL to a website. Once you, the teacher, have clicked over on the Nearpod presentation, the lesson, and you go to this slide, it will directly open up the website. There's no need for the students to have to find and fiddle around trying to get to the website, so they know it's automatically going to pop up. Lastly, add activity, which is a little bit more of the engaging and interactive part of Nearpod. You can have a whole series of questions, quiz, polls, or the interesting part here is draw it, which you can upload an image to the slide, which then these students can annotate over the top of, which is really good because they, in their own time, can put useful information that they might find more meaningful to themselves, okay, so they can learn at their own pace. And matching pairs is basically just a little game in which they've got to try and find two of the same thing on the page. Alright, so if we go back and just quickly have a look, we can see an example of one. So if we just go into preview, just have a look at some shoes here. Nike University, we can cut through each one. Heritage, underneath there you can label a couple of things. They're just the normal slides. Then we go into the quiz. So this one's just the sort of multiple choice, which we've got fill in the gaps, and it's got 3 different options. And then once they've clicked on their options, it will give them either if it's correct or incorrect answer, but it will send it straight to the teacher's computer, and it will say that student X, so student Todd, got question 1 correct or incorrect, and then once he's finished all the questions in the quiz, it will say that Todd got 6 out of 7 or he got 90%. So you can find out in real time how the students are going. And also if they do get an answer wrong, the teacher can go over and start helping them before the quiz is finished. So you can just help to work out why they didn't quite get that answer right. Example of an open-ended question. Okay, so you just put it up the top there, and then it gives room for the students to write their response. So they can either, using the touch component of the iPad, they can write their response as if it was a pen, or they can use the keyboard to upload it there, to write it up there. And you can also attach a picture that might add meaning to the question. Lastly, the draw it component of it is that you would be able to pick a colour in the pen, then you could highlight across the top of it exactly where you'd want the student to identify. So if you wanted to say, where is the swoosh on this shoe, they could circle it right there. Unfortunately, we're not in that particular section of these slides, so we can't do it. You must publish it before you can do that feature. And video, as just normal, it would upload up onto the page there, you click straight onto it, and it would show you what to go. And here's an example of the slideshow, so they can go through a couple of different images all at once and they can have a look. And a poll, very similar to what we have with multiple choice, but this will give us real feedback or real-time feedback on how the students are going or what they would want to do. So you can offer them an example in class of which sport would you like to play. Would we play soccer, cricket, rugby? And then we can find out immediately exactly which students want to do it and what sport they want to play. And that is basically how to create a Nearpod presentation. Thank you.